Hi guys, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I think we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room, or rather the bearded dragon in the room, because Smog is being so cute. It's my boyfriend's bearded dragon and he is the light of my life. Welcome to my Notion tour. This is really exciting. I love Notion. You probably love Notion if you're watching this video, or you want to love Notion but you don't know how to love Notion, and that's why you were really pulled in by this whole aesthetic but functional title that I got going on. Or maybe you just want to look at a pretty Notion. I totally get it. I love looking at other people's Notions. I'm really happy with where my Notion is at. I think I've found, for me, a great balance between functionality and aesthetics, because Notion can be beautiful and I'm an aesthetic girly too, but I do think sometimes we can lean too far into adding all these widgets and photos and just like making it really cluttered by trying to make it pretty. And I think at the end of the day, function is super important here too, because the whole point of Notion is to help you, right? Help you plan your life, help you organize things. So this is my main dashboard. She's cute. As you can see, very neutral color scheme going on, pretty much just gray and green. I honestly strongly recommend coming up with a color scheme for your Notion. It doesn't even need to be the same on every page, but like giving each page a cohesive color scheme is a very simple way to make it look a little more aesthetically pleasing without having to do anything crazy, all the bells and whistles. Just find a crisp, clean, gorgeous color scheme and you're halfway to having a pretty Notion. So this is my main dashboard, very simple. As you can see, I have everything in the serif font. You can choose your font style for your pages. And I have 4 categories here. We have productive, planning, mental health, and finances. And we're just gonna go page by page. I'm gonna show you what's up. This cover image is actually just one that I got from the Unsplash option on Notion. They have some cute shit here. You just gotta know what to search. I think I just searched for like plant image or something. And it's nice because they're high quality. They fit the dimensions well. And then I just pulled this random matcha photo from Pinterest. You can actually just use photos instead of emojis as your icons. Okay, so let's talk about my productive tab. So obviously I'm not gonna show you my work page because it's confidential, top secret information, but we can talk about my YouTube setup. So I'm not gonna linger on this too long because a few months back I created a video called How I Brainstorm, Plan, and Optimize My Content in Notion. I'll have it linked down in the description if you want to check it out, but I really go into depth about specifically the content planning page in that video, so we're not going to spend too long on it, but I will show you how I plan for YouTube in Notion. So I have 2 pages here. First is content planning. So this is how I plan my YouTube content. I'm obsessed with it. It works so well, genuinely. This is probably the Notion page that I use the most because it is just a gorgeous system. Chef's kiss. The big event of this page is this, what is this called? Board View Database. Databases are your best fucking friend in Notion. They are intimidating. They don't quite make sense at first, but once you like get comfortable with them, game changing. I use them for everything. So this is a board view database. And what I love about this is that you have basically separate pages in these little boxes, if you will. So I like to organize this by month. I'll typically plan 1 quarter at a time. So here I have Q1 of 2023, January, February, March. And what's so cool about this database is that when you click on one of these videos, it opens up its own page for the video. So this is what each individual video's page looks like. At the top, we have some properties that I fill out for the video. So what date is it going to be published on my channel? What month is it? Obviously, what playlist is that video in, if any? And what's the status of the video? So is it being filmed, edited, published? So those are the properties that I have. And then I have a page where I can just brain dump any notes I have for the video. As you can see here, I put some keyword research that I had done so I know what keywords to use. It's really just a place for me to put any and all notes I have about the video. So this is really nice. And then I'm able to see the playlists and the status right from the board view. You can customize this based on which properties you want to show from the database like view. And then once a month is over, I will archive it over here so that if I did want to see what videos I posted that month, I still have all of that info. So underneath the database view, we have these 2 toggle lists. I love toggles and I find myself using them more and more. In my opinion, they're perfect for information that you don't need to see all the time. You know, you're not using this shit every day, but it's like a running list or something that you want to have access to, you want to have easily accessible, but you don't need to be looking at 24/7. So that's perfect for something like a running list of ideas, which is what I have here. This is literally where I brain dump any idea I have for a YouTube video that is not something I want to make instantaneously. So anytime I come up with a video idea, which I feel like I do on the fly a lot, I'll write it down in like my notes app and then I'll transfer a group group of those into this list all at once. This ideas toggle is actually also a database. It's a list database. So each of these ideas that I add actually creates a page. And what's really nice about this is it makes it so easy to integrate with the board view situation up above. So I could drag a video, for example, how you can change your life by changing your identity. Say I wanted to post that in March. I could literally just drag it from this list, put it up here, and it's immediately integrated into the board database. And then I also have this toggle for reoccurring videos where I basically just store a list of videos that I make repeatedly. So basically series on my channel. And then at the bottom of the page, I have this calendar view. So this is just a different view of the board database at the top of the page, which is really nice because it automatically populates any videos that I have planned into this calendar. So I can quickly get an overview of the month and really see how frequently am I uploading, how many days am I going between uploads, and I just really like having this view. So that's the content planning page. And then the other page that I have here, which I don't know whether I've shown before, is the monthly growth tracker. So this page is where I keep track of my YouTube analytics. Basically for each month, I will put the views that I got in the month, the subscribers I gained that month, my total subscriber count, how much I made in Google AdSense, a month tag, which actually this is an idea I got from Alexis Eldridge. She does these month tags so that it's easy for her to compare, for example, September of 2022 to September of 2023. And it's a really cool way to see like how you are doing now versus how you were doing a year ago. Obviously, I don't have that many stats in here yet, so I can't be doing that yet. But by next year, when I can do those comparisons, I think it'll be really cool to see my growth over time. And then I also just have this little checkbox for whether or not I hit the payout threshold, aka did I hit the $100 that you need to hit in order for Google AdSense to actually pay you out a paycheck. And this is also a database. This is a table view. There's so much you can do with this, guys. Like the databases open up so many possibilities and there's so many options for views and things. And I really love that you can have different types of columns here. Like you can have columns where you input number, you can have columns where you input a property, you can have columns where you input a checkbox. So yeah, that's my YouTube analytics page. Very simple. Again, keeping these pages super streamlined to just what I need and not any excess fluff. So let's go back to my main dashboard and get into the planning pages, which is the pages that I'm most excited to show you, specifically this new weekly planning spread that I've been working on. Here's what it looks like. So at the top here, we have some call outs. Call outs are freaking awesome. I recommend using them. There's something I just recently started using in Notion and oh my God, fucking underrated as hell. They basically are just these boxes, but it really can help to separate information. And I like that it almost kind of looks like Post-it notes to me. I just think it's a cute vibe, especially with this yellow color. I'm like, it's giving Post-it notes for sure. So first things first, let's talk about the vibes of this page. This page I went with a slightly more colorful aesthetic. We got these cream tones going, we got pops of blue. Really freaking happy with how this page turned out. This coffee image is again just a cover from their Unsplash library on Notion. And then I have this cute little couch emoji, which is one of my favorite emojis. Just chef's kiss all around. So at the top here, we have these gray boxes. Now these gray boxes are constants on this page. Everything you see in the yellow, that's going to be refreshed every single week. It's a template. I'll show you guys how that works a little bit more in a bit, but basically these gray boxes are always going to be there. Here's where I would put in the dates of the week. So let's say, for example, Monday, February 6th to Sunday, February 12th. Then I have this little reminder that basically gives me a list of my monthly goals. So this is something I would strongly recommend to you guys. If you are setting monthly goals and you want a little bit of a kick in the butt to help you achieve them, have reminders like this on everything you can. Like if you have some sort of planning system, make sure that your monthly goals list is easily viewable when you're making your to-do lists and stuff, because it's gonna make sure that you're actually integrating those goals into your day-to-day tasks. Okay, and then the last little call out that I have in this gray section is for my back burner tasks. So this is a running list that I keep basically of kind of those miscellaneous falling through the cracks type of tasks that never really get to. They're not urgent things. They're not top priorities. They're not even really high value tasks that are gonna really impact my life, but they're just like little things that I think of that I wanna get to eventually. And this is something that I also really recommend. Since I started keeping this sort of back burner snowball list, it's given me the peace of mind that I don't need to keep these things in my brain. I don't have to look at them all the time because they're in this toggle, but I have the reassurance that they're written down somewhere and eventually I will get to them. And this is nice also because when I am making my to-do lists, I can easily drag these tasks from this list and try to actually incorporate them so I can chip away at this list. Okay, now the exciting part. Let's talk about this weekly layout that I got going on here. So again, I love using these call outs. Everything is separated into clean boxes and it's really easy to like look at this and get a very clear overview of the week, which is really what I was going for. So here's how I kind of have things laid out. So for every single day, I have sort of similar sections. At the top here, I have this going live little bit of text. This is for when I have a video going up. I feel like upload days are so exciting. It's like a new video is being pushed into the world for people to watch and interact with. So I thought it'd be fun to have them on this weekly spread for me to kind of look forward to. For example, on Monday, my apartment decor haul went up. Obviously, this doesn't apply to every single day. I'm not always posting a video, but on the days it does, I would have this. Then I have a scheduled for today section. So this is for any meetings, appointments, social events, anything where I have to do or be somewhere at a specific time. So for example, today's Sunday, so let's just fill in what I had today. So I had a workout class this morning at 10:30 a.m. workout class, and I have a singing lesson at 6 p.m. Singing lesson. Today's workout was obviously my Pilates class. I added this today's workout section because health and fitness is a huge area of my goals for 2023. So I just wanted to make sure that I had that front and center, that I was prioritizing it, and that I could track my workouts, because something I'm working on now is trying to be a little bit more strategic with my workouts, actually having like a workout split. I have different days that I do for legs and arms and have Pilates days. So having this sort of way to see my week of workouts at a glance will help me be a little bit more intentional with planning those workouts. Then I have this daily focus section. So this is really intended to be just like a couple, 2 or 3 main high value, big impact tasks for the day so that I can schedule these in advance, divvy up my big work projects or main tasks on whatever days they are going to fall into. It's really not supposed to be an all-encompassing to-do list. I really want to keep it streamlined to like the main goal of the day. And then I have this daily planning section. When you click on this, it opens up into its own page, and I have this template button. I love a template button. I'm obsessed with them. I'm turning everything into a template button. Basically, you click this new daily plan button and this auto populates with a fresh daily to-do list format thing that I set up. So this includes a cute little photo of a girl and her dog for the vibes. Again, I'm not huge on putting a bunch of photos into Notion, but for something like this, it looks cute. Then I have a spot for the date, and then I have this section which is good morning, how are you feeling? I love this section and I'm glad I incorporated it because it's a good way to make sure that I'm checking in with myself before I start worrying about, you know, what my tasks are for the day or what I need to get done. It makes sure that I like check in with me, make sure that I'm doing good, and it makes sure that I can honor that in how I plan my day. So if I feel crappy, I'm not gonna create an extensive, crazy to-do list. I'm gonna take it easy, right? For example, today, I'm feeling kind of crappy. I'm not feeling very good. I'm feeling a little sick, and I can honor this by not being too hard on myself, going to sleep early, etc. Then I have a spot for how can I work towards my monthly goals today. And here's where it really comes in clutch, that I have this reminder right on my weekly planning page. So I can directly look at that and think, okay, how can I incorporate this? Like maybe I can spend 30 minutes cleaning my apartment, for example. Then I have a spot for my daily to-do list. This would be just like my main tasks that I want to get done today. And this is where I can really just go crazy and write down everything I want to do today. And then I also have a quick tick section. This is for things that are just like really small chore type tasks. So for example, something like taking out the garbage or doing laundry wouldn't go on the daily to-do. It would be a quick tick. Things that can be done quickly, basically, is the point of that list. So that's what my daily planning page looks like. And like you can see, I have a daily planning page under every single day of the week. I love that the daily planning opens off to the side so I can still see the week and still reference it. And then these last 2 little boxes that I have on the weekly planning page, the idea behind these is that any tasks that kind of fall through the cracks and don't get done during the week, I would then put in this looking ahead to next week box. And then at the end of the week, when I go to delete the week spread, I would copy those tasks into the things I want to get done this week box for the next week. So it's kind of confusing, so let me just show you. So let's say that some things I couldn't get done this week were filming my Notion tour. Not true, I'm filming it right now. But let's say I didn't get to go to Trader Joe's and I didn't get to buy dog food. I don't have a dog, that's not relevant, but let's just pretend. So let's say I didn't get to those tasks. When the week is done, I'm ready to wipe the spread clean. I can just copy these tasks, delete this entire spread, click this lovely little new week template button. It'll auto load a fresh template with nothing in it. And then I can easily just paste those leftover tasks into the things I want to get done this week box. And then I can make sure that I schedule those tasks on some day this week. So that's my weekly spread. If you guys want me to make an entire video going into like tips and tricks for Notion, how to make it look good, how to like do all this fancy database template stuff that can be super overwhelming, because I know it took me fucking forever to figure out how to do it. If you guys want me to make a whole video as more of like a Notion tutorial, let me know, because I would be down to do that. I love this stuff and I would love to nerd out with you guys. So these next 2 pages I have shown. So if you've been to my channel before, you see this monthly goals page every single month when I do my monthly resets. But in case you're new and you're just watching this Notion tour, I'll show it to you anyway. This is where I do all my monthly goal setting. Again, this is another database. This is a list. When you click on a month in this page, it brings you into a separate page for the monthly goals. The way I have this set up includes a property at the top for areas of focus. This is where I can input what areas of my life I want to focus on most that month. Then I have a little spot for a quote. Notion has just like a quote option. So that's there. I have an image that kind of aligns with my monthly goals, which is always fun to pick out every month. And then I have my goals split into 2 sections, YouTube and social, and what do I want to prioritize this month, which I usually just try to set like 3 main goals for the month. I try to keep things pared down. I do think I'm gonna restructure this soon, maybe break things down in a different way, but that's what I have going on for right now. As far as this page's design goes, it's extremely simple. I have this archive with past months from 2022, so I do keep every monthly goals page that I create. I do have an archive of all of them. And then up here as my cover image is my vision board for 2023. I have it as my cover image for both my monthly goals and yearly goals page, just to make sure that I'm seeing it and it's getting rammed into my brain. Now my 2023 yearly goals page, I was super excited about this page. So again, we have my vision board at the top. We have my guiding word, which was blooming for 2023. And then here I have some toggles with just some like overarching things that I wanted to have in here. So I have a guiding word reflection, basically talking about what blooming means to me, why it's my guiding word. I have a section for my long-term goals, which is where I talk about like more my overall vision for my life, which I think is a good perspective just to keep in mind, even as you're working towards your yearly goals, that it's part of a bigger vision. And then I have a section for 2022 wins. So things that happened or that I accomplished in 2022. Then I have my starting point, which is my stats from the beginning of the year, just so I can compare at the end of the year, see how much I've grown. And then I have 4 sections for my monthly goals. So I really split this down by category, which I really like. I had 3 to 5 goals per section, and I set YouTube and social goals, health and fitness goals, personal and lifestyle goals, and money and income goals. And if you want to see a little bit more about this spread and the goals I set, definitely check out my 2023 reset. But one of the things that I like the most about Notion and the way I have it all set up, I have the daily planning, weekly planning, monthly goals, yearly goals. I feel like I have all of those tiers in terms of length of time, which is really nice because I can make sure I'm working towards my yearly goals every month. And then I'm working towards my monthly goals every week. And then I'm working towards my weekly priorities every day. Like it all just kind of works together as a cohesive system and make sure that I'm keeping in mind the greater vision always. So that's what I love about how I have this like set up. I think it's awesome. Last, we're gonna talk about these last 2 little sections on the right. There's not much going on here, so it's not gonna be extensive. I have a mental health tab, and all I have under here is resources. These are just documents that I've uploaded into Notion, which super freaking cool that you can do that. But these are just resources that I was given by my therapist when I was in therapy back in 2021. And then I have my finances tab. Because I do all my budgeting and stuff in Google Sheets, I have a whole other system for that. I don't do a lot of finance related stuff in Notion anymore, but I do track my income stream. So this is my income stream tracker. Very chill vibe with with this iced coffee, the credit card emoji. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. Again, we have another database. So basically I break this down by every income stream that I currently have. As of now, it's only 4 income streams, but I can track how much money I'm making each month, see as my income grows, see how it compares month to month. So I have my salary income, freelance work, which I don't always make money from freelance work like every single month, but it does pop up every once in a while. So I have that as an income stream. Poshmark, which I do make money from every month. It's usually $50-ish, but it fluctuates a lot depending on whether or not I make sales. YouTube, which is a new thing that I have in this spreadsheet because I'm now making money from Google AdSense. Not every month, but I am making money from Google AdSense. And then my total, obviously. And then I also have 2022 archived below, so I can look back on my earnings in 2022. You can see here, I did have the YouTube income stream already in the chart because I knew I'd be making money from it eventually, but that entire year was zeros in that column. So it's cool that there's actually a number in there now. And yeah, very simple, but something that I really like to keep track of. All right, that is it for my Notion tour. And thank God, because the sun is really setting on me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely make sure to like the video if you did. If you're new, my name's Brielle. You probably picked that up by now. I make all sorts of post-grad lifestyle, productivity, and self-improvement content. So if any of that interests you, which it probably does if you're watching a Notion tour, you should totally subscribe and stick around for more videos. Again, let me know if you want that like Notion tutorial / tips video. I think that'd be really fun to do and kind of get into some of the technical stuff of how I created these pages. I hope this inspires you to maybe put some love and affection into your Notion, or to try out Notion if you haven't already. It can be a little bit of an intimidating platform, but it's super powerful and fun to customize, so I really recommend it. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow.